Shalom. We are the real Hebrew Israelites coming to you week in, week out, prophesying the return of the Most High and His Heavenly Son. All praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash.
Double honors to the apostles out of New York, the Great Millstone, GMS. Honors to all I can around the planet. Lift up the name of Yahweh by Yahweh Shai in truth and in sincerity. With no further ado, we're just going to jump straight into it. This is Brother Uriah from Great Millstone, Chicago.
Brother Ayan, GMS LA.
Brother Azaria from GMS LA Valley Camp.
And so we just jumping into it through the Spirit. The Lord, I touched down yesterday and was able to fellowship with the brother and several brothers yesterday, and it was a wonderful time. And today I have a couple of days off, and I work the next 2 days. So, and I'll miss being able to camp with the whole body. And they have, this is a big camp, so they're spread out anyway. But I won't be. By the time I get off work, they'll probably be done with camping. So, you know how we do. We got to push this word. Everything is falling and coming down to fruition in the face. All right, you got everything from Trump and with Venezuela, Trump and Greenland, Nigeria, Iran, not to mention Ukraine, Taiwan. There's a whole bunch of Nigeria. There's a lot. As a matter of fact, they're starting troubles with Colombia. They're starting troubles with Cuba.
Yep.
All right, and Mexico. So we're dealing with that cruel Lord. All right, and we're dealing at the ends of time where everything is all over the place. So right now it's high. As a matter of fact, gold and silver's been going crazy. There was a big dip today, and there's gold and silver crash. No, it ain't crashed, but it went up, to 120, right?
Right.
It went down to 85 today. So they're like, see, you don't know Esau Edom. He'll sit there and he'll play the markets. So right now, if you're a buyer, you should be buying now, because this is what they'll tell you. Hey, you hoarders or you sellers hoarding silver, this is what they're doing to you to get your silver out your pocket. If you got a commodity that was at 1.5 years ago, $17, and even right now, after the so-called fake-ass crash, 85, who winning? That person who got it at 17. I ain't selling. I wouldn't sell silver unless it was over $500 an ounce. It ain't happening. And even then, I'm not really trying to sell until everything collapses. But anyway, no further ado. The times that we're living in is volatile, crazy, and everything. It's our job to prophesy and warn and wake up so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, who we are, what's going on in the world, and if my sheep will hear our voice. So I know brothers both got stuff, so y'all go ahead on. We just play in the Spirit.
You got something first time.
God, since you mentioned silver and gold, this is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1 and 11.
They're perfect. Start with 10.
God, Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 10. It says, "And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills."
The fish gate represents a market. All right. What you had you have a fish gate. You had different types of gates in ancient Israel. Every gate was conducive to a certain type of market. Okay. A fish gate is for what? People who bring in fish. From where? The lakes, the seas, the oceans, and do what? Try to sell them. So I say, okay, I got bass, I got trout, I got cod, I got halibut, I got tuna, I got whatever, and you will go to the fish gate, and then you will go get the, and it's gonna bring out the crazy.
Oh yeah.
They're right away. And she did a little thing and make sure she walked in front.
I have my keys, I'm still here.
That's it. That's it. And that's Jake. I guarantee you that's Jake. Tormented. She look like Esau too. That ain't Esau. That's Jake. You know what I'm saying? Tormented. And this is our people. Anyway, yeah, I just marvel. No matter where we go, no matter what city, when we teach, it brings out the crazy. They come like they're drawn to the Spirit. Whatever track she was on, she did a walk all the way over here, to cross the little green right here, to come over here to make herself seen, to go over there to make herself seen, just to walk off into the sunset. Right. So that's what it is. All right, but back to what you were reading.
God.
Start it again.
Verse Zephaniah 1 and 10. "And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills.
So now if you have a market, why would you be crying? Now, we was walking up and down different places, and we saw all those, matter of fact,
For
even
lease.
for lease, for sale, and for all those, right?
Yeah.
But even then, when we came out of from the observatory, the planetarium yesterday, and we saw the little carts, just like we see the cart right here,
Oh yeah.
and the different carts right here, the vendors. Which one did you see a line at? Matter of fact, is there a line at his? No. Is there a line at the other one? No. Is a line at the other vendor right there? We can see about vendors right now.
Yeah.
When there's a cry, it's like, what the fuck? Where the people at?
Right.
Why my merchandise? Is this in matter of fact, it's in Revelations. They're gonna say it's gonna be a great cry because they're gonna say they're not gonna buy our merchandise anymore. A merchant starts crying when he can't sell his merchandise, when he's not making money. All right, and the fish gate represents a marketplace, and so they're letting you know the markets are about to be hurting. Go ahead.
You want that in
Revelation 18?
Revelation? Come on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Revelation 18, and I'll start at verse 15. It reads, "The merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off."
See now, how they got rich? I'm telling you right now, America's the #1 consumer nation.
That's right.
No other nation on earth spends like we do. I could have $50 left in my pocket, and the motherfucker will say, you know what? Let me go buy something that costs $39.99. Knowing that they need the rest of that to eat, to take care of themselves,
Yep.
Jake will do that. They'll have the big 70, 80-inch TV. They'll have the 100-inch projector screen. They'll have the Lexus with the tinted windows, with the big-ass rims. They'll have the Jordans, the 9s. They walk outside, you're like, damn, nigga, clean. And then you go into this crib, it's in the projects,
Right.
and it got roaches and rats, and he got 10 baby mamas and 10 kids up in that motherfucker, all fighting. That's Jake, all right? But that's not only Jake. Where did Jake get it from? He get it from Esau, all right? He gets it from Esau, Edom. The #1 consumers is America. They buy everything just to buy, all right?
Yeah.
And now that the money is starting to be funny, now that the markets are acting up, now that they're talking about another government shutdown, that makes people start taking their wallets and putting it back in their pockets. So now, while we were driving down, I said, "Damn, this is Santa Monica." I used to live in LA. I went to USC. I would come here periodically, not as much as Venice and so forth, because it's a little bit further up and out. So, and then I'm all the way in the city, unless you don't come out here like that. You know, most Jake in the city don't come out here like that. This was not like that. You would not. This is prime time real estate. You're talking about even this. This is more busier than Fort Lauderdale Beach was. This is people everywhere. All right. So you talking about stores closing up? You got closed up stores or for sale, for lease. Go ahead.
Even Vegas. Vegas isn't known for as high tourist attraction, but there's been videos circulating how the streets of Vegas are vacant.
Yep.
You know, people are not going to Vegas as they used to.
No.
You know,
And I was just there about a month and a half ago, and we spoke on that then, and I was there a couple months before that, and we spoke on that then, because the Brothers in Vegas is a spot I go to every other year or so like that. I've been there about maybe 5 times in the truth around. So I remember going back before COVID. I remember coming back after COVID and so forth. It's not the same. Back in the day, packed. All right, Chicago, back in the day, Southside Mike in Chicago, he bring it out all the time. Back in the day, and the old timers, everybody who's been in Chicago, we know Chicago. It was, you talking about, excuse me, bus hustling, busting, you bumping into somebody, and it's all right because everybody can't help but bump into somebody. Now it's like, it's not like that. And then you go on State Street and on Michigan Avenue, which is prime time real estate in Chicago, you have boarded up places, shut down for lease sale. And now since it's in prime real estate, you can't really tell. There used to be open picturesque windows, and then you'll see painted over something that's painted over it, or designs that's over that had some windows all blacked out. So you don't know what's empty on the inside.
Yep.
It's falling. America's falling. All right. So let's go ahead.
Back to Revelation 18 and 15 again, it says, "The merchants of these things which were made rich by her stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing and saying, Alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen, and purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, What city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that great city, wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her coastlines, for in 1 hour is she made desolate.
See, so this is the small microcosm of the macrocosm of the merchants across the planet, all the various different nations. You get your Persian rugs from Persia, you get your Oriental rugs from China, you get your Himalayan salt, your Celtic salt, you get your spices and your saffron and your gold and silver, your lithium, your cobalt, these different merchants and these different, and this is a port. You're right here. If you turn the camera around, this is the right by the beach, boy. This is the Pacific, right?
Yeah.
This is the Pacific right here. All right. So this right here connects all the way down to Mexico, Panama, to Chile, Argentina, the whole nine. All right. This is, as a matter of fact, on the other side, you got Hawaii, then China, and so forth on the other side. LA is known for their ports. New York and that for their ports. Texas and so forth, they got ports. They got ports around the big major waterways.
Washington, I
Yeah.
believe so too.
Yeah, up and down the coast. Just not just north or south. It's up and down. You have ports all over. You have the big major three, but then you got a whole bunch of more outside of that. And guess what they're doing? They've been shipping millions and millions and millions of dollars of merchandise here because America is the #1 consumer on the planet. So now that they don't have the money, the dollar is failing. Okay, you got America now saying, look, well, we can even go buy some Japanese yen. Wait, why you're not printing no more? No, it's no good. The BRICS nations are getting away from the dollar. All the other nations have stopped doing trades in the dollar. So guess what? The dollar is sitting there. China just dumped a whole bunch of treasury bonds, has been selling off. Everybody else is selling off, and then they're taking the money from that and buying gold. And now you wonder why gold is up to $5,000. It dropped down to maybe to 47, 48, wherever it is. So what? It'll be back up. Right? They're talking about silver dropped to $85. See? Nigga, silver was at $17.
Right.
Until you tell me under $17, I don't care what you say, because him still winning. All right? And if you know the markets, they do that up and down shit to get to fleece the market. The people who got all the money, they don't care about a $20 dip in the price of silver, a $50 dip in silver. They don't care. They're billionaires. And so if they cost them an extra $10,000, they're not losing no sweat. But for Jake gonna lose their goddamn mind. See, but now what they're doing is coming after Jake. And matter of fact, a particular brother said it the other day. He said, man, I think it was you. Sebastian has sold that silver back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I said, yeah, you never sell your silver. You sell that. That's for defense in that day. You know? And at the same time, the Lord will give you some more, which is fine. All right? Because guess what? We don't need silver. We don't need gold. What we need is the truth, the Spirit of the Heavenly Father. But that was it in that.
That was it on that.
So go back to that.
Back in Zephaniah chapter 1 and 11, it says, How ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down. All they that bear silver are cut off.
See, so all your market bearers, who bears silver? Who bears gold? Who bears all your precious, these big corporate companies of Wall Street? All right? This is your merchant. This is your corporate America. All right? You grabbing something else?
Yeah, come on.
No, go ahead.
Oh. Because that was it on that one.
I got a
No, it's more
precept.
there.
Oh, there's more?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, come on.
But,
Oh.
yeah, and James 5?
Con.
Now hold that. Start at the top, too.
Verse 12, it says, And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their lease.
Go up a little bit.
Okay, come on. Verse 11. How ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their lease.
So when the time of this crashing, all right, and there's still more than that, at the time of this crashing, which is going to coincide with the stock market crash, all right, it's going to be not just an American stock market crash. This is going to be a world market crash. Okay, the Mosai's about this is going to ripple throughout all the hills and all the mountaintops. That's why it coincides with that revelation where the merchants like, no, I ain't gonna be. And I guarantee you, see, they don't stop production. They don't stop production. Production is going on over there right now. For what? All the chips, all the dips, all the furnitures, and all the whatever. They're gonna be stuck with all this shit and this subpar ass shit that we ain't gonna even want in the kingdom. You can keep that shit for yourself. If it's not prime time bona fide, we don't want it. All right. So they're gonna be now. See, in order for these heathens to stay in their penthouses and stay flying and all over the world and living their opulent lifestyles, you have to continue to get that money. Because if you take any one of these Hollywoodites and they got these $1 million houses, and guess what they have with their $1 million house? They got $100,000 bills. All right, they got their $1 million house. That means they don't have to pay a $1,500 mortgage. Their mortgage is $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month. All right, they don't have to worry about a $200 light bill. Theirs is like $1,000 a month. Their gas bill is, their houses is bigger. Their insurances are bigger. So in order to maintain, to live that lifestyle, you have to maintain that lifestyle. Once the money stops, once it crashes, why you think back in the Depression, they were jumping off of high-rise story buildings and so forth, because they was not going to be able to live that lifestyle. We're the only people on the planet, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, that we'll sleep on the fucking ground. We'll lose it all. Yep. And we'll sit there and still be in damn near good spirits. You talk to some homeless Jake, and they'll be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I remember back in, you know what I'm saying, 1985, and I was in 2010, and what? And you know they're still getting. You got a couple of dollars for me now, brother. Got a couple of dollars. You know what I'm saying? They have a different spirit. These Edomites, once they see they don't have what they got, they don't want to live no more.
Like
right?
Pasadena, goes by the Rose Bowl, that bridge, the Suicide Bridge.
Ooh.
They had to add all the fences because you had people during the Great Depression jumping off, killing themselves.
Yeah. Yep.
You know.
That's it.
He saw these other nations don't know what it's like to suffer.
That's right.
But real soon they're gonna learn.
Crash course.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead back in there. It's a little bit more.
Zephaniah chapter 1 and 12. It says.
Sean, can I get a real quick precept? Because what you just mentioned, really everyone's going to be on the same playing field once this thing crashes. This is Isaiah 24, and I'll start from the top. The point is in 2. It reads, behold, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. The land shall be utterly empty and utterly spoiled, for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai hath spoken this word.
That's it. Break it down.
You know, so everyone's going to be brought on the same playing field. Like the elder broke down, you know, these so-called wealthy people that's living in Beverly Hills or somewhere in the Hamptons, you know, they have to keep making a lot of money to keep up with their lifestyle. But once this economy crashes, that's it for everybody. Everybody's going to be on the even playing field. Only the elect is going to stand out, shining with the light.
That's right. That's right. Go ahead.
That's why the scripture says, riches profit not in the day of wrath.
That's it. That's right. See, and that scripture, since you said that, the scripture says, what is it to gain the whole world and lose your own soul?
Yeah.
So, yeah, money is not going to save you in that day. They're going to, matter of fact, the scripture said they're going to cast out their silver and gold on the streets. All right?
Right. Verse 12, it says, and it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their lease, that they say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil.
Yeah, and that's what the Lord is doing to Jake, man. That's like why the Lord is jacking Jake up. Because right now, it's the Most High. If you're not doing this work of the Lord, you're doomed. All right? You're doomed. You're going to be destroyed.
Right.
You know, Waka Flocka came by, the brothers out there, and was it Tampa, all right? And he knew what the MOTB was, but then he started scoffing the brothers, man. See, the Lord, that's the example. The Lord seeing somebody who's Jake, that's a nigga. Make sure he get a hardcore four-sword judgments, man, or a hardcore death, man, lest he repent. And I don't see that coming. Jake is proud, man. Jake is sitting here and fully invested in Esau's Edom because they got a little piece of the pie. Moving on up. You know, you can't move up in Esau's world. He's not going to give you shit, except a hard time. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 13, therefore their goods shall become a booty, and their house a desolation. They shall also build houses, but not inhabit them. They shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine thereof.
That's right. So, I mean, that's good in that because that was basically about to crash and that everything is about to fall apart. And guess who's going to be caught up in it? Jake. And guess what? The heathens. It's about to be a free-for-all. And we can't wait for all the abominations that Esau Edom has done on our people. And then we pissed off at the 2/3. You done and been in cahoots with them. So may you go ahead and get the judgment that was designed for Esau, may you get them too. All right, you have something?
James 5.
Well, yeah, perfect. I have started at the top.
This is James 5. It reads, go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and your silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you.
So the Lord says your riches are cankered. That's cancerous. That's rotting away. It's eroding. All right? What's going on with Esau's dollar right now? It's eroding away in the face. What's going on with all their markets? It's eroding. Everything, right? Matter of fact, if it wasn't for Esau Edom propping up the market and propping up everything, this market would have fallen years ago. All right? They do their quantitative easings and their stimuluses and all that to prop up the market. The American dollar has been done since they took the gold standard off.
Yeah, it's only backed by the citizens' belief in it.
Yep.
It's not backed by gold, silver. I mean, it's sort of backed by oil, but that's
No, not anymore.
nothing.
No, the oil, it was until the oil agreement passed a year or two ago. Now they can sell who they want. Now, who you think Saudi is selling most of their oil to? Not America anymore. It's not backed by the dollar anymore. So guess what's backing the dollar? Absolutely nothing. Like you said, your faith in it. And that's called fiat currency. Let it be so currency, not real currency. They'll just say, hey, let it be so. This is $10. And I was just showing this to the my godson the other day. I was showing him my silver dollar, my silver certificate. It says $1 in silver payable to the bearer on demand. That's what it says at the end of it. That's what it says. So what's in your dollar now? It says $1, and underneath it says nothing. So it's $1 and what? Nothing. Matter of fact, it costs more money to print fake money. It costs to print fake money. It costs ink, costs paper. All right. So it's so bad now. They said that it costs more money to make. It costs more to make money than it is to have money. To make it costs more. That's ridiculous, man. Gold and silver. That's why somebody real quick give me Abram was rich in gold and silver, because that's what real money is. All right, gold and silver. All right, precious metals, cattle. All right, land, actual assets, actual assets. Okay. That's real money. That's real gold and silver. If I had my phone, I'll pull it up quick. Look it up, right? That's right. You go take a sneak picture. That's fine. You can go ahead and take your sneak picture. May that picture be a curse to you. And you can't have the sister either. So, yeah, let's go ahead and try to take a sneak picture.
So this is Genesis 13. Point is in 2. I'll start from the top. It reads, and Abram went up out of Egypt, he and his wife and all that he had, and Lot with him into the south. And Abram was very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold.
So he was rich in what? Cattle, silver, and gold. Gold, silver, sheep, oxen,
Right.
chickens, bison, cows, camels, horses. That's wealth. Land, that's wealth. Okay? If I sit there and I have a cow, guess what? I have meat if I want to, but if I kill a cow, I don't have meat. So if I have a lot of cows, guess what? I had a bunch of cows and I got a bunch of meat. But guess what else I have? I have milk.
Yep.
All right?
You could take those resources, milk, meat, go down in the marketplace.
And set
Sell it.
up, right?
Yeah.
And, now, and if you got milk, guess what else you got? Cheese. You got cheese and milk, guess what else you got? Butter. All right?
Daughters
ju-
too.
Yeah.
There's I was watching this show and it's some Jakes out on the west coast of Africa and they still kind of live nomadic, but you know, this one Jake, he was like the chief of the clan, and he was selling his 14-year-old daughter, a virgin, for I think 17 cows.
Yeah.
You know, so in certain places in the earth, Jake still gets down like that, a bartering system.
Yeah, in order to marry over there, you have to. The father requires a certain amount of cows.
dowry.
You know.
A dowry.
Yep.
All right? That's ancient. You know, and back in the day, it worked both ways depending on who was more valuable, you know, and to certain situations. But yes, and we're going to go back to those days. All right? Go ahead.
Going back to James 5 and verse 3 again, it reads, "Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as if it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days."
So now all these people sitting there hoarding, but they're stacking. You know, like that Scrooge McDuck had silver on top of gold and gold on top of silver, and had the bars and had all the wealth, you know, and go just swim it all by himself. And Solomon told you to follow you in that. He said all that money, and then you give it to your son, you know, or sons, and next thing you know, they can squander and fuck that whole shit up, and all that hard labor that you just had goes to naught. All right? But these Edomites and these heathens, they sit there and they hoard and they hoard and they hoard. Matter of fact, the scripture says they have more than their hearts desire. They have more than they can wish. All right? And guess what they're doing with it? Nothing.
Just
Not-
sitting in the
sitting
boat.
on it. All right? And that's messed up. You see Bill Gates with a pair of fucking New Balance, you know what I'm saying? Some $15, you know, collar
Walmart
shirt,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And some
Wranglers.
and a $7 pair of Lees or some Wranglers from Walmart, and this motherfucker worth, you know, 10 billion, 15, 50 billion dollars. That show you they're not the people, man.
No.
You get Jake. I'm talking about he get a $500 refund. This nigga flex,
Yeah.
dripping. He got like a Mercedes. He got the boots on the ground, no money down.
Hey, or think about the central bankers. They sitting up somewhere in a damn whack-ass suit and tie.
Yeah.
You know, plain black and white suit and tie.
It's funny you said that because the head of the central bank, there's all those, you got 100 central banks, right? They got one bank that governs all the central banks. And the CEO of that is this Edomite, short as hell, whiter than this, fat as fuck. I mean, he sit there like he's Fat Albert. You know what I'm saying? And I say, what kind of life is that, man? See, they need saving. They need us to help them, man.
Yeah.
The heathens need us to save them. That's why they all mock Jake. They copy Jake. They copy our style. They copy our everything that we do. And how are we at the bottom, but you copying us? All right, go ahead. Whoever you go.
Verse 4, yes, there's some more. Verse 4 says, "Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth."
That lets you know that every one of these businesses right here, every single one of them, all right, from your major Fortune 500 companies to your mom and pop damn near shops, majority of these businesses are robbing the shit out of their workers, man.
Yeah.
Okay, they're sitting up there making billions, right? Even let's look at Stank Donald's for example. All right, they say over some hundred some billion served. They say they sell over 7-something million hamburgers a day. Ain't enough cows to sell that many every single day. So they printing out, and then they also eating Stan, you eating Mario, you eating the homeless, you eating the recently deceased. That's the fuck you think.
Soylent Green.
Yeah, that Soylent Green
Soylent
shit.
Green,
Right. All right. But even still, if they sold 7 million burgers, let's just say the burgers. We're not even talking about the fries and the pops and everything else. That's 7 million burgers at $5 a wop. All right, that's right there, $350 million. All right, easy.
Yeah.
So they'll make that, and guess what they pay out to their workers? Minimum wage.
Yeah.
Out of all their workers, they might touch 2 or 3 million, but they made 350 million. Why wouldn't you say, well, look, I got 300, I'm gonna keep 300. I'm gonna take this 50 million and spread that out amongst my workers, which will ensure a more loyal workforce.
Yeah.
All right, and then you'll actually increase your business. Your profit margins will probably even go higher than that, because when you think about it. Say you're at McDonald's, you say, hey, I'm gonna hire you. What's minimum wage? Oh, $15 an hour. Okay, I'm gonna start you at 15, but I'm gonna give you a raise every so often. But every cheeseburger you sell, I'm gonna give you 25 cents. Every fry you sell, I'm gonna give you 10 cents. Every pop, 10 cents. Every whatever, and you give incentivize it. That motherfucking like, hi, thank you for coming to McDonald's. What would you like to go to?
Right,
right. You know, we got the Big Mac, we got a flavor fish, quarter pounder fish fry, ice cold milkshake, sundae, and apple pie. They're gonna be actually really trying to sell to you, because they know the more you buy, the more they're gonna take home.
Exactly.
They'll be invested in your company.
Right.
But see, you sit there and you don't take care of these niggas. So you know what niggas do? What did what did Kanye say in this one song? He said, then I'm gonna shorten the register up. I forgot, you know which one I'm forgetting it. He said the manager basically pisses him off again, he's gonna shorten the register up type of shit.
Yeah.
That's
what Jake does.
that's what
Yeah.
Jake gonna start scheming. Jake gonna be like, nope, this motherfucker took this, so I'm gonna take this goddamn jacket and take this home.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get what? You're gonna go, went to the Ralph's the other day. Now I've seen this in Chicago at the grocery store. Well, they have the liquor section cut off, right? I've never seen in Chicago the liquor inside the liquor section that's cut off. So you only can come in there and buy in there. They had the Tide, they had the Downy, they had the everything that was in danger of being stolen.
Yeah, out here, I went to Walmart not too long ago. They had baby clothes locked up.
Yes.
Jake in there stealing stuff.
Diapers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Wipes.
Yep.
I said, ain't this? I went to the point because I wanted to give me a bottle of wine. The brothers know I'm drinking my wine. So I went there to get my wine. I'm like, wait a minute, why is there some Tide next to the wine?
Yep.
Wait a minute, why is there some Tylenol? There's some, goddamn it, all the shit that they don't want nobody to steal. So they got that all cordoned off.
Right.
And anything you buy in there, you must buy, shop in there, you gotta buy it there. And even you got another basket, nope, you can't bring all that in there. You gotta bring that to the front. And you can bring that there and the rest to the front. I said, this shit.
And see, this whole system is changing, because you go to SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, and when you go in there, they use AI, facial recognition. Everything you touch, you pick up, they charge you. You don't even got to worry about it. So it's getting to that point where they about the whole store pretty much is going to be cut off.
When I went to the Bulls game a couple weeks ago, one of my teammates, he had tickets, and so and me and my brother Yak went to the game, and so I went to go grab me a little drink. I wanted some wine, but I knew it was gonna be some foo-foo wine, so I was like, well, let me go give me a little mixed drink or whatever. And you had to scan your card just to get in there. So now they got your information.
Yeah.
And then it was like, yeah, go ahead, boom. I was like, she's like, yeah. And whenever you finish, whatever you do, all you have to do is open it and then walk out.
Wow.
If you don't open it, they don't charge you. Once you crack that bitch open, and you have to open it before you walk out. You gotta open the bitch, and then they charge you. So they got his, and I was like, how they know? Are there RFID trackers or whatever in each merchandise? She looked, no, there's 100 and something on my cameras all the way around.
Yeah.
I said, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
So you walk in there, they're like, zoop, 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 boom. This is Mr. Smith. He lives on 5979 West,
facial
you know,
recognition,
dumbass lane. And so you come up there, you pick up the loon. It's like, oh, $10. You put it down, minus $10. You pick this up, oh, $5.62. Okay, put that down. Negative $5.62. You pick this up, boom. And they literally is using AI and their wicked technology to shop. That's so fucking impersonal. We was at the Acai Bowl place yesterday, and while we're sitting there, here comes this machine.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
R2D2. Yeah.
Machine came up, boom, boom, boom. boom, boom, and stopped right in front of the door, right across, and just said, I said, well, somebody must have ordered something. And we was all talking like, yeah, what was it? Because it was there for a second. But the lady inside the joint, she had a line of people. So as soon as she was done with them people, she sauntered out there, fucked around, pressed the button, got mad, pushed the button, janky ass shit, pushed the button, and it finally opened, and she put it in there, and Ducat went out there and closed the thing, and then the motherfucker was like, doop.
Yep.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm not paying you no money. If I give you some money to come bring me some food, nigga, it better be a person. I don't want no machine to bring me some food.
Yeah,
I don't trust that shit.
So like it real fast, just to give an example of where this society's headed. This is just the headline of an article from NBC. It reads, China rolls out robot cops in cities to push humanoid robots in daily life.
But who said that? The other brother, Azan. I think he was talking about
so
go ahead.
the brother in the camp, Azan, said he was somewhere out here in LA and it's a parking lot, and he went to the parking lot and they had a robot security guard, looking like R2D2, yelling at people, telling them
Don't
they
park
can't
there.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Bro. And then the brother asked me, you got these machines in Chicago? I said, they might. I said, I ain't seen none in the hood. I said, because they was in the hood, niggas gonna bust that shit.
Right.
Because no, seriously, brother, they will sit there and they'll order it, some food to a abandoned building. The machine gonna go, all right?
Yeah.
They gonna come out in their shitey zone. They gonna be looking like
YNs.
they're gonna be looking like Lawrence of Arabia. If y'all ain't too young, you don't know who that was. But they're gonna come like this, shiced up. All right, all you're gonna see is some glasses on. You ain't gonna see their face. They're gonna come just like that. And then as soon as that machine come and set the fuck down, they gonna grab that bitch, bust that shit with bats, crowbars, welder, all that shit.
Yeah.
Niggas are so high tech now, they'll come, steal a car, take the GPS out the car, drive the car to another state, break the car down there, and make their whole money. They got whole systems, man. Jake has got more sophisticated according to Esau's technology. So that's not happening. Now I said maybe up north, because I think the elder said he's seen some of them up north. But me personally, I haven't seen any myself.
They only put them in certain areas, like even out here in LA, you won't find them in like South Central or Compton or Watts. But they'll be out here in Santa Monica,
Ventura.
Silver Lake, Ventura, downtown.
same thing with the Waymo.
Right.
Yeah, that dumbass shit. You got motherfuckers, and I'm all over here. I haven't seen them like that in the city of Chi yet. I've seen them once in a blue moon, something like that, but not Waymo per se. But I've seen them in, I think, Florida or North Carolina, one of the other cities I've been traveled to. This is stupid as fuck, man. Nobody in the fucking car. Nobody driving the motherfucker. You gonna get in the car with nobody driving this bitch and trust Esau technology? Yes, they will. Matter of fact, when we went to go somewhere else, I went and I know you didn't even peep it because you was worried about paying for whatever, the meter or whatever yesterday. And I had one, I think when I was getting out the car. When I got out the car, or I know I came out in front of the car and the Waymo car was coming. And just me popping out the car and coming around, the car said, you know what I'm saying, just in case. Now see, now they don't know niggas and they don't know kids. The kid was on the sidewalk and just jetted straight across. It will not have time to make that adjustment.
No.
As soon as there's an accident with the Waymo, they're going to end up going out of business. They're going to sue the motherfuckers for $umpteen million. Because you can't say, oh, he just ran on the street, is they innocent? No. A human driver, they're going to argue the whole nine. Would have had the ability not to stop and to avoid that shit. And they're more cognizant. A human person is more cognizant than a machine. All right?
Right.
So it's bullshit. And that's why we mock those people who do that. How you doing, big brother?
I'm like, I got a song about this right now.
What song you got?
Here it is, right here.
You got 3 seconds at a time? Hold on.
Israelite.
Is that you?
it to the end, so I'll see you will meet your doom. I'm not telling my other cheek, I ain't no fool, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I ain't no coon, so I'll get your evil ass up out the room. No praying no false God, I won't be consumed.
All right, big brother.
Hey, bro.
How long you know you was an Israelite?
Huh?
How long you know you was an Israelite?
2015.
2015? So what you doing with it?
I've been doing my album.
Just making albums?
To push it out to the world so we make it to heaven and not here.
Okay, big brother. All right. Hey, what do you watch any groups?
Huh?
Who do you watch?
I watch really nothing. I just read the Bible and listen to Ahia and do the right things. Because if we do the 10 Commandments, the police could never lock us up. There wouldn't even be no police in the USA.
Well, we came back to the law, statutes, commandments. The Most High would come save us. He would get us out of here once we wake up in mass. You said Ahia.
Ahia,
Okay, so you learned that from GOCC.
Apocrypha.
Yeah, I know about the Apocrypha. We got the Apocrypha. We got it. We keep it. We got it. But Ahia is it's only one group that I know of calls the Most High Ahia versus Yahweh.
Uh-huh.
And that is because it's Yahweh in the pure Hebrew. Ahia is a tense of Hawa. You have Haya and Hawa, which is a form of I am or am.
Uh-huh.
All right. Yah is he as a prefix. So when he says my name means he saves, no, he is, my bad. He is Yah, is Hawa. All right? And so it should be Yahweh.
Yahweh.
That's the name of the Heavenly Father.
Uh-huh.
Ahia is a different tense. And he said it, but he said it as in telling the man, Moses, the definition. Somebody get it real quick. He said, I am that I am. Ahia in the literal Hebrew goes back to I am that I am. Ahia Ashar Ahia. It's basically I am that I am. All right? But he said my name, but go read it. Go ahead, brother.
This is
And
Exodus.
I'm saying this for correction because we always film this for the videos for edification for new people coming and people to get built up. Go ahead, brother.
It's Exodus chapter 3, verse 13. And Moses said unto the Most High, Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, The God of your fathers has sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, What is his name? What shall I say unto them?
Because you have all these different heathens and countries, and they call on Baal, they call on Hare Krishna, they call on a whole bunch of fake gods that are not real gods.
No.
So then the Israelites would say, well, Mo, what's his name? What's God's name? All right. See, so what should I tell them when they ask? Go ahead.
Verse 14. And the Most High said unto Moses, I am that I am.
So now that in the literal Hebrew, if you went into the Hebrew scriptures, it says Ahia, Ashar, Ahia. He said, well, I am that I am. He gave you the definitions of his name. Go ahead.
I am that I am. And he said, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am hath sent me unto you. And the Most High said moreover unto Moses, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, Yahweh, the Lord your God of your fathers.
See, then he says Yahweh. And he gave you the name. And if you go break the name down, Yahweh is. So when he said I am that I am, he was giving you the definition of his name, but his name is I am. And if I'm referring to him, he called his name He is. He, who I'm talking about, the Lord. I can't say I. As soon as I say I, I'm talking about me. I'm not talking about me. We're talking about him. He said his name is Yah, Yahweh is. And if the Most High said that's his name, I'm going to call him what he wants to be called.
Sabbath is Saturday, not Sunday.
You know what? I will almost deal with that because you're partially right. The Sabbath is actually on the 7th day. Now I'll ask you, all right. So now I'll ask you, when in your Bible have you ever seen Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? You caught it. He old school. He got it. They did that shit was way over their head. You got it. Okay, I didn't hear no.
My name is Sherelle.
He the only one who he chimed in. You didn't. All right, so I didn't know. My bad.
I've been doing this for years.
Okay. So now, when in the Bible have you ever seen that? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Sherelle did that.
That's right. But when in the Bible have you ever seen Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or any of those days of the week in the Bible?
Oh.
And it's not in there. You know how they keep track? They'll say on the first day of the month, on the 5th day of the month,
Second.
on the 10th day of the month,
Yeah.
on the 16th day of the month,
Yeah, like
on
that.
the 30th day of the month. They will always, they will always do that. That's mine. Lord willing. Shit, man, it's been a bunch of camp. I had to say something online. All right, but you don't see that.
No.
So if you don't see, we have to conform to what the Lord say. He said on the 7th day is a day of rest. But then how do you know when the first day of the month is since the white man fucked up the calendar?
Switch. They
Right.
always do.
Yes. So then how do we
Esau.
know? Esau, yes sir. That's right, brother.
Esau, Edomites.
Yes sir. Yes sir. So how do we know when the first day of the month? According to nature and according to the scriptures. Somebody can give me a proof of it. So let's help the brother out. Give me, it says several of them. Give me one in Sirach, you can go in Psalms.
Yeah.
Either or.
See, I know something because I used to read, but when I had Phil 6 years ago coming down the steps, because I'm tall, you know, that thing you hold to go down the steps on me, coming
rail?
here
Yeah.
on me. And I was a little drunk and high, slid over and bow, hit my head, so I kind of forgot me, but I got back on it. And that's now my family lead me away because they don't believe that we are the Israelites.
That's right.
They say we are black man. This is black.
That's right, brother.
I'm brown.
That's what we
They don't know their color, so I can't
you
listen
this,
to
brother?
them.
See, obviously Spirit had been dealing with you,
Sirach.
and maybe the Lord wants to fine tune you, you know. And I'm telling you right now, don't take the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, and keep yourself unspotted from this world to the best of your ability.
That's what I'm doing.
Don't eat the shrimp, the lobster, crab, and the pork, and may the Most High show mercy, because you got more sense than half of these dumbass crackers around. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
You calling on? Now I would say you gotta not calling on higher. Finish that. Give me that, so we can make sure the brother edified before he goes.
Sirach chapter 43, verse 7. But Salaki, I'll start at 6. It says, He made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times.
When the Lord says the moon declares declaration the time, how does the moon declare the time?
I see it when it pop
Give me
up.
Genesis 1 and 15. You see it, right? Now, when you see the sun, does it always look like a bright full sun? It does. If you look at the sun right now,
you know,
it's a full sun, right?
Yeah.
When you see the moon, is it always full? Sometimes it's half. Sometimes
Sometimes
it's
it
a quarter.
changes.
Sometimes it's a sliver.
Yeah, sometimes.
That's the Lord's timepiece.
Yeah.
You learn how to keep time by watching the moon.
Moon, that's
And
what I do.
Watch that. Read that.
So this is Genesis 1, and I'll start at 14. It reads, And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai said, Let there be lights in the firmament
The light.
of the heaven to divide the day from the night.
So the lights were meant to divide and keep. Okay, this is daytime. This is nighttime. All right,
Yeah,
go
that's
ahead.
how we do
And
it.
it reads, And let them be for signs,
For signs.
and for seasons,
Oh, this is how you tell the seasons.
Yeah.
That's time. Go ahead.
and for days and years.
And that's how you keep track of days and years. Those whatever lights he put in there, and he gonna tell you which is the main light. He just said it, the moon. Go back to that again in Sirach. And this is how they don't read the Bible in church.
Right.
And this is how they don't be in these other camps and these other
They do it
religions.
different.
They be
That's-
winging it.
God's people help each other.
That's
The
it.
devil's people go against each other.
That's right, brother. Go ahead.
It says, Sirach 43 and 6, He made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times and a sign of the worlds. From the moon is the sign of feast, a light that decreaseth in her perfection.
So it decreases and increases, and that's how the moon goes. And it said it's a sign of feast.
Yep.
So you want to know, oh, when is the Sabbath day? Well, that's a feast day.
That's a feast
As a matter of fact, in Psalms it said it's our solemn feast day. If that's our solemn feast day, and he said we need to know how to keep track of that.
That's
And
right.
guess what?
That's what
it's
we're
the
doing.
moon. All right.
144,000 going up. 2/3 are going down.
Yeah, 2/3 are gonna get burnt. That's right.
Yeah.
So you have something?
I was looking
But-
for something, but I
but-
could go back to that.
Well, that was the point was made right there, because the point is he said he used the moon to declare the time.
Time,
In the
yeah.
book of Psalms, it also says, blow up the trumpet in the new moon.
That's what
And
happened.
on the solemn feast day in the appointed time. The word appointed time means new moon.
Moon.
So he said, blow up the trumpet in the new moon, the full moon, and on the feast days.
Yeah.
How would you know? It's the moon. Why did he call it a new moon? Because it looks like it's all black.
I got a song on the 10 Commandments.
That's
You want to
good.
hear it?
You know what? After we finish this, before you leave, you can play it.
I got the
Go
scripture.
ahead, brother.
Psalm 81 and 3. It reads, Blow up the trumpet in the new moon
in the time appointed on our solemn feast day.
And new moon is the new moon. Appointed time, if you go into the Edamon, it's going to show you full moon. And the solemn feast day are
Yeah.
your feast days.
Yeah.
You have your Sabbaths, you have your Passovers, you have your
definitely.
Day of Atonement, and so forth. So the Lord is telling you this is the time to blow up the trumpet. Did you go pick on the appointed time?
Well, in the NLT it says it. It says, blow the ram's horn at the new moon and again at the full moon to cast the festival.
Yeah, to let you know what the times of feasts, festivals, and so forth. So why everybody think it's Saturday? Well, they don't. Most people think it's Sunday because they follow the Christian pagan bullshit. But then you got
And
a
I
lot
won't
of
go to church on the same day because
Exactly.
I'm with the Most High that way.
that's right.
Right.
But then you got people who know that we're Israelites. They think it's Saturday.
Yeah, they,
All right. And guess what? According to the new moon, it could be any one of white man's days because the calendar is off.
changed.
They got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's not in the Bible. Then they got some months 30, some months 31,
and
and
they
then they
go
got
by the-
some
yeah,
months
right.
worth 29. Then every other year is okay, 28 on the leap year. Where's that in the scriptures? So our time is way the fuck off. It's not
That's
according
why I
to the
listen
time
to
of the
the
Lord.
Bible and not the word.
That's right, brother. I would say, you know, maybe we can give you a page if you have YouTube, and you can get the brothers' pages here. I'm from Chicago.
I'm from St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay, you from the Midwest, hey, see? And then I tell you, the transplants, you know, the ones from the Midwest, they down to earth. It's different from, you know.
But yeah, the Hebrew word for appointed is kasah, and it means full moon.
That's it, all right? So they don't teach that. They don't show that. Well, that is a switch.
I got a preset.
Go ahead, brother.
This is 1 Samuel's.
So which one? This is that's the new moon one? I mean, no, what?
Ten Commandments.
The Ten Commandments? Sign and sign, brother. So how did you first hear about being Israelites? Where did you hear from?
Late 2015.
Correct.
In the Apocrypha.
I know, but what made you? What was you doing? Where did you talk to somebody or you read
The
something?
Bible did.
Okay. So
He did.
Right. He did.
Ahaya did.
Okay.
Yahweh.
Ahaya did.
Yeah, I got you, good brother.
Live for the world and not the world. I mean, live for God and not the world.
That's right, brother. Okay, so go ahead.
But I got something to do. I got to go make
No,
this.
hey, go take care of yourself, bro.
And y'all got it too. We all gonna be up there partying, kicking it
soon.
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 All right, big brother.
All right, God bless.
You too. All right. See, now, just for the record, everybody ain't gonna be on no level, and he got more chance than all these other little Nicholas and niggerettas. He off on the name, and he had to see somebody say a Hayek for him to say a Hayek.
Right.
But even then, you know, he really don't really fuck with the, you know, he probably don't even have, you know, access to all the bullshit, you know, and he probably don't even know all the camps, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, if he a man of the Lord wake him up and out of madness, you know. If he's not, the Most High gonna keep him in his blind state and he's gonna go off. But it's always, you never know who know about we're the Israelites. He saw the sign, he stopped, pulled out his phone, like, hey.
Yeah, he got excited.
He got excited.
Yep.
You know, so when we gave him the name, the name is something you gotta, you just don't just grab on and gravitate to Yahweh Bashem. That's a precious name. So I'm not surprised that he went right back to Ahaya.
Yeah.
That's all he knows. But if the Lord is really dealing with him, he'll bring him out of that madness. If not, he won't.
Yeah.
So,
I remember Salaki that
okay.
when I was learning the truth, the first time I heard the names, I was like baffled, and it was just the whole rest of the day, it was just playing in my mind, like Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. I just kept saying it over and over in my mind.
because they had to, it resonated with you. Now, when me and my brother, we first came in, we were calling on, you know, we knew the worldly names of the Lord, but we didn't really call on those names. I knew it was not the right name. So when we came to the truth and we were trying to figure out the right name, and we were dealing with a whole bunch of different, watching different camps. And before we was watching different camps, because we didn't have the internet, we were dealing with different J brews. We call them J brews, Jesus brews. So we went to one, the Israel of God, Bowie and them, and went to his little church, and we was like, oh man, they saying Hebrew,